No body is above the law. So you know what, Steve Bannon? Guess who stinks? Yours. Loser.
MAGA is on the march. The J6 committee is totally irrelevant. Okay? Completely irrelevant. Their ratings stink. They couldn't compete with us today.
Hey guys, it's Sara Azari again from Los Angeles. I'm a criminal defense attorney. Happy hump day, y'all. Look, today is about Bannon. This motherfucker went to court and lost with a big capital L. He lost. He went to federal district court today and for 3 hours tried to convince a district court judge on 3 bases that his 2 counts of contempt of Congress should be dismissed. No, bro. You know why? Because number one, the congressional committee was legitimate. That subpoena was a legitimate subpoena. You were a material witness to the January 6th insurrection. Number two, you did not have any privilege. There's no Trump privilege. Sorry to break it to you, there's no Trump privilege. And that executive privilege that you are claiming, you have not worked in the effing government for years, okay? You were not a White House aide anytime close to the time of January 6, 2021. You were not. So guess what? You don't have any privilege to defy a congressional subpoena. All right. He's getting that from the DOJ opinions. The Office of Legal Counsel within the DOJ has these opinions that, we give a pass to those who are White House aides and work closely with the president when the president invokes executive privilege. And this judge said it's not even unequivocal that Trump invoked the executive privilege or if he even had the privilege to invoke. But even so, this dude has not worked in any governmental capacity for years prior to the January 6th insurrection. Those were the 2 main bases that he argued. And he also said, blame it on my lawyer. I took the advice of my lawyer. And I'll tell you in a second why that argument fails too. So look, he walked out of court today. He had a protest of 1 person, talk about loser. And he said, oh, the committee stinks. MAGA's going to be forever. We're going to be in charge. And the ratings stink. No, bro, you stink. Your defense stinks. Clearly, this judge, threw that motion out and denied that motion. You might very well lose a trial. Let me tell you what the prosecutors need to prove, because like any other criminal case or criminal charge, they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt 2 things: that there was a legitimate subpoena, and of course there was. He was a material witness. The day before the January 6th insurrection, within hours, he went on his goddamn podcast and said, all hell will break loose tomorrow.
Just understand this. All hell is going to break loose tomorrow.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose now, bro. So he obviously made a statement that raises red flags for this committee. What did he know about the next day? How did he know? Who was he talking to? Where is communications? Where is documents? Was Trump talking to him? We know that they talk, right? So obviously he's a material witness. The subpoena is a legitimate subpoena for a relevant witness and relevant materials, right? That he has defied and he has not complied with. And number 2, he had to have knowledge that his defiance of the subpoena is unlawful, that is illegal, that he had a legal obligation to comply with. And I'll tell you why they can prove that too. Because in October, a month before he was charged with these contempt counts, he and Rudy Giuliani laughed and joked about going to prison together for failing to comply with subpoenas. So they knew that a failure to comply is a legal exposure for them, that they would be in trouble for it, right? And they were right? He is in trouble for it. He's indicted on 2 misdemeanor counts. So I think it's going to be easy for the prosecution to prove this, especially if the judge does not allow the Office of Legal Counsel, DOJ's Office of Legal Counsel opinions to come in as part of his defense, because that ruling is saved for a later time. Last but not least, okay, what is he facing if he's convicted? If he's convicted, I hate to break it to you, it's a nothing burger. These are 2 misdemeanors. He's facing a maximum of 1 year in jail. And even if convicted, he cannot be compelled to cooperate with Congress. So there's no remedial aspect to this penalty, right? It's just like, bad boy. He'll probably get probation, right? But look, at the end of the day, we're all like, we just want some accountability for these fucking cronies. We just want accountability, right? We don't care if it's a misdemeanor, felony, prison, jail, probation. Like, we need them to be held accountable, because you know what? And I wrote a book about this. No body is above the law. So you know what, Steve Bannon? Guess who stinks? Yours.